to the end of the meeting. Pledged by Frank Gordon, and a prayer by George Sherman.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand, please.
Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here today, Lord. I want to pray for everyone here tonight. Pray for our town. We're having such a wonderful time. We're so glad when we do this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Roll call, everybody documented. Approve the minutes from January 22nd, 2024, public meeting. Moved by Mike. Second by Kip. Any further questions? All four. Approved. Gary. Report, we don't have any. Building permits, we don't have any. Occupational license, we don't have any. Project status report. John, please on.
Okay, the North Sewer Treatment Plant upgrades, the work is in progress. He's got a deadline of May 31st. We should get that pretty easily. We expect to finish late March or May. Sewer Phase 7, we are advertising. The bids are scheduled to be open on March 5th. There is a motion for the council to authorize the mayor to sign the servitude acquisitions and donations. Various pieces.
Moved by Mike, second by Lacy. Any further questions? If not, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. Ayes have it.
The mitigation project, the seawall and the infrastructure grants applications, FMA, we are coordinating with GOSEP and trying to get in touch with the federal officials to see what the next step on those particular grants are.
So it's moving forward.
It has not stopped for sure.
They're reviewing.
They're still reviewing. Clean Water State Revolving Loan Fund, Sewer Phase 8. We have performed that survey for the servitudes, which is the next step. Sent that to Sheree last week. So she'll be working on that type of appraisal work, or that type of work. Capital outlay behind Williams Road. I brought a set of plans and specs to Tracy this evening for her to submit to facility planning so they can give us approval to start advertising. Mondale Seed is following about a month behind that. By the next meeting, by the next town meeting, we should be ready, Mike and Joey, to sit down and talk about the plans for that project. The drainage canal, we are waiting for FEMA to complete a site inspection. That was supposed to happen last week. New capital outlay requests. There were 9 of them submitted. It's going to go through the process with the regular session, so we'll find out in June which of those got funded. Interior door and town hall works completed. Request removal for the agenda for that.
Motion made. We need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Lacy. Second by Willis. Any further questions? Now we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Aye. Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Ayes have it.
And the chlorine contact chamber at the south plant, we have done the plans. We are in the process of getting quotes. We'll present that to you hopefully at the next meeting of the council.
All right, John. Anybody has a question for John? All right, thank you for the report, John. Attorney reports. Board attorney's not here, they leave notes detail. So, motion to go ahead and defer to next meeting. Item 1, 2, 3, and 4. Moved by Willis. Second by Kip. Any other questions? Right? Joyce?
Aye.
Kip?
Aye.
Sorry. Willis?
Aye.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
I'm sorry, they did provide me with the ordinance for number 2
Okay.
to introduce.
All right. Okay, we'll go. We have to go back to item number 2.
So we need to rescind that motion.
Is it for item 1, 2, 3, and 4? revoke and set aside dedicated of a portion of Avenue H at South Ridge Boulevard.
And Bryce drafted an ordinance, it's in your binders along with the plat.
So we need to have a public,
So you introduce it tonight and then we can set a public hearing for the next meeting.
I make a motion to introduce and set a public hearing.
Motion by Lacy,
I'll second that.
second by Kip, any further discussion? We'll vote on it, Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it.
Joe, the attorneys and I, do we need to rescind the motion we made that, all of them ready to go back and, redo that?
Well, I just made a, we can rescind it, we can redo it again, but,
I just wanna make sure we're legal. Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
I think we good.
Well, we'll find out.
That's a lot of us, still, huh? Thank you, Jordan. Chief of Police, go ahead, Chief.
Update on the speed on for Jeremy Lane, Durset Street, Washington Street, and Pershing. To begin assessment, the deputy told me he was gonna do it on a Friday, but he's one of the motor cops, and they do Mardi Gras, not only in this parish, all over, so he hasn't been able to get to it. Once Mardi Gras is done, then we're gonna get on all of the streets. Dash cameras are still expected May of 2024. Once Mardi Gras is finished, we're gonna know more about the LPSO speed reader at South Bayou Drive. I did speak to the guy that's in charge of him. He says he'll get us what we can when we need it, so we can put it at the beginning of town. Council to consider hiring police officers that pass all required tests. Forgot to give these out to you. I need to keep one for me.
Here.
Whatever it is, I'll get us one. Perfect. So the first police officer, person I'd like to hire, his name is, George Verde or Jorge Verde. He passed all his required tests to be employed. He needs to be sent to the police academy, which starts February 26th of this month. Starting pay would be $15.50 an hour, with a raise to $17.50 once he would pass police academy. After passing police academy, officer would be on a 1-year probation. There used to be a 6-month probation, but make it 1 year because we can get a better understanding of what's going on. Then after 1 year probation would be over, they'd be at the $19 an hour pay as requested. I don't know if we have to vote on them individually or at the same time.
Individually would be good, Chief.
All right, so that's my first recommendation.
That's not the one that they tonight.
Yes, it is.
Where is it?
I met the other one, I mean.
You want to stand up for it?
Good to have you aboard, man.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, those men that not.
Yes.
Be careful out there.
Yes, sir. Okay, we'll go ahead and need a motion. Moved by Willis, second by Kip, second by Jody. Any other question? If not, we'll vote on it. Jody. Aye. Kip. Aye. Willis.
Aye.
Lacy.
Aye.
Mike. Aye. Ayes have it. All right, Chief, go ahead.
The next one would be a Carlito Brown. He passed all the required tests to be employed. Same thing, needs to be sent to the police academy starting February 26th to 24. Starting pay would be $15.50 an hour, with a raise to $17.50 per hour once he passes the academy. After passing police academy, officer will be on 1 year probation. After 1 year probation is over, $19 per hour pay is requested.
All right. I move. Moved by Jody. Second by Willis. Any further discussion? If not, we'll vote on it. Jody. Aye. Skip. Aye. Willis.
Aye.
Lacy.
Okay, I just had a question. So we're moving to 5 police officers? I'm so confused.
So right now, Cameron's gone.
Yeah, right.
I needed to replace him. I have an officer that's injured
Right.
at the
So when he
time,
comes back, we supply.
and right now
It's
it's,
not moving.
it's,
I'm just
it's,
making sure, like, you know.
if he comes back, then I'll have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I just wanted, yeah, I know that you shorthanded 2 right now. But
Correct.
if he was to come back, we at 5,
Correct.
right? I just want to-
George, how long does the police academy do take?
We, in June 28th, start February 28th, in June 28th. Right now, the officer that's injured has to go back to the doctor at the end of this month. They think he has a torn meniscus. they don't know when they can schedule surgery, so that's still,
And when his year of his regular.
it's the eighth of this month. So I don't understand workers' comp or anything like that,
It's
so
gonna continue.
it's gonna
It's
continue.
gonna continue, yes, as long as he's out. So, I just might be able to budgeted like for an extra police officer,
And right now, we're not paying that officer, we would be paying for if this,
so we're not paying the workers' comp.
No.
Workers' comp.
All right, would you vote? Mike?
Aye. George, that's all I see. I'm just glad to see that you stepping up. Enforcement, good to see that.
Okay, I have it. Default. Bill next.
next would be police employee benefits. The last meeting, I did say that I'd request this, from some of the audience members. That would be 100% paid health insurance for the police officer and his family. Right now, that would be, I don't know if the injured reserve officer benefits from it, but it would be him and the new hire. All the rest of the officers are single, so they wouldn't have that. So it'd be 100% health insurance on the employee, which I think would be an extra $1,100 a month per officer that would benefit from it.
The two of those, that'd be 2,200 a month.
2,200 a month. Speaking with the assistant chief,
If I can get my-
correct.
What we paying now?
So for health insurance for a family, the premium per month is $19.99. And we pay $701 for the individuals.
So it'd be 12
So that
Be
would be
1200.
per employee.
per employee.
And the reason for that is to retain people?
If we would have that type of benefit, the officer that left wouldn't have left, another officer that left wouldn't have left. We'd still have two of them that would have stayed. So those left for the health insurance benefit. Well, actually, three of them left for the health insurance benefit. We would have retained those three officers.
Answer your question about the other municipalities, they don't pay family for the,
So is there, oh, go ahead, Jared, I'm
I
sorry.
would like, chief, to do a study what the cost would be to do all the town employees. I'm not saying I'm opposed to that, but I think,
Do a complete,
Well, that's why I never asked, because I couldn't see just asking for the police department if the other employees wouldn't be able to benefit. I didn't think it was fair, but if we're separate, then I'm gonna ask what I need for the police department to keep us here and safe.
Well, you know, we got.
if you
I
can
pay
wait till-
600 a month for my kids. I pay 600 a month for my kids.
If you can wait till next meeting, let us do a study on it and come with some numbers to the board,
Some real numbers.
across the board. You know what I'm saying?
And this was just for your consideration. I mean, I'm not,
Yeah, I understand.
it's just to bring it forward.
I just think we need to get the information to the board.
About 50%, but across the board too, because like, we run the numbers like 50% across the board, 100% across the board. Like,
Yeah.
might not be able to give you 100%, but it might be able to give you 50%.
Correct.
I don't know.
All right.
Gotta see the numbers.
Brian?
So why isn't everybody included in a group policy in the town? Why is there a separate policy for the police department?
Well, everybody's in a group policy.
he was just asking for the police department, that's why he's in charge.
Oh,
Joey mentioned that.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I thought it was something separate, sorry.
I'm sorry, do I? You know, we got step up.
Might as well get the deputy
They
supervisor.
get about,
Get it, okay,
Shock
you good?
collar.
I think it was.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, chief, we all good with that, the motion to put this, leave this in the agenda and get authorized, they get numbers. Need a motion by Jody, second by Kip. Any further discussion? We'll vote, yes, Mark?
As a resident of the town, I think what Troy has is a good idea, because I've been saying that for a while. I feel for the safety of the people and everything else that's going on, like Ms. LaChile said, 5 policemen, I've been shooting for 6. So I don't think if we don't have a budget, I I believe the policemen will make it by tickets and whatever else, and washing the trash out of town. So I'm all for more, and if it takes to increase insurance, then like I said, I hope y'all consider, and even for the town employees, if that's what it takes.
Well, like I
We have a
said,
good town, so,
right, we just want to keep everybody, including all employees.
and I agree, I say, that's what I say, across the board, but I think it's something that to keep the people we have.
Right.
So,
Okay, we'll vote on.
You vote on it, I wanna go back to a different item, but I think I'm gonna vote on this one.
Aye. Yeah. Willis. Latham. Mark, Mike. Aye. What you got, Chief?
On the hiring of the police officers that pass our required tests, I do have another one that I'd like to get, go through the motions and send them to the academy. And if we can't hire him full-time, be a reserve, because I do have reserve slots, but we have to pay the academy for it.
So I thought you,
Hold on, it's on the agenda, to discuss that, Chief, you gotta have it to the agenda.
You want me to add it?
Yes, please,
I want to add what he was talking about. The,
reserve officer.
reserve officer.
Okay,
To the agenda.
we'll take a motion to add, to discuss a reserve officer, second by Willis. We'll vote, audience once, audience twice, audience three times, we'll vote on it, Jody.
Aye.
Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
Go ahead, Chief.
Way to be on top of it. Hold on.
So the,
But without the attorney here.
If this-
hold on. Let him talk.
if this officer would pass all the required tests, I'd be able to send him to the police academy. He could be one of the reserve officers, if something happens to one of the others, he'd be able to fill in the spots and stuff. So, I know I'm allowed a few reserve spots, I just didn't know if I needed your permission to send him to the police academy. So that's what I'm requesting.
kinda thought that's what you had there, not beat around after the rain, and I didn't recognize any faces, I thought maybe you picked up some reserves or something.
So I did some emergency hours, some emergency, so.
Think you had something like that.
What are the wishes of the council?
It's $850 to send them to the Terrebonne Academy, the Fush Academy started. So if possible, we'd be able to go to the Terrebonne Academy that starts the 26th.
So if we, I'm just asking, if we send them, does it have to stay on reserve for so long?
They're required to, by the same, if we buy the gear and stuff, it's still required by we get a
Like,
bulletproof
you know what I
vest.
mean, I want them, I specifically, they had a publicly.
Right, so the reserves are following the same as the full-time employees buy. If we get the gear, you don't stay the 6 months to a year, it's prorated, you owe me this. Academy, if you're going within 6 months, $850 for the academy is all the town. If I got your bulletproof vest, that's 100%, whatever our recoupment policy was, that's what's followed. So the reserve would have to stay reserved at least for 2, and then it's still 2 years reserve or full-time.
Is there any grant money for people, stuff like that for small municipalities?
I can check around, I don't know if there's that type of grant monies. It's my understanding, I think RMI does reimburse the town a certain amount of money for sending someone to the academy.
Any
I'm
little bit
not
of that?
on that.
You check with risk, well, and see.
It's the same thing with the psyche valves, they reimburse us a certain amount, but if we use them, we pay a lot cheaper than if we go out, so I've been using them as our evaluators.
Hate to see free money go for $5. I think that's all, I think.
All right, good. All right, we'll vote on it, Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis.
I can't hear you.
Aye. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, Chief, go ahead.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, old business. Hurricane Ida repair project. Pump station building. The windows should be in, the windows are in, the shutters are gonna be put up this week also. Tank installation take place within the next couple of months. Next, the following project has been obligated and received funding with the work completed deadline for February 25th. Pumping station behind Blue Eagle and floodgated the park. Big electrical box at the pumping station. Street and caution signs in town. Lift station and sewage plants. town hall and fuel canopy, back of the town hall, pumping station equipment shed replacement, baseball pavilion canopy next to the senior citizens, Christmas light inventory, senior citizens crowd building, 50% rule requested pending PDMG scope of cost routing. Capital boat, pending CRC project development, swimming pool and pool building, swimming pool and pool bath house combined into one project or possible alternate project. 50% rule requested by pending individual development. Drainage canal debris removal, site inspection scheduled for the 1st to 30/24. That was done. Wait on it. They came by, they told us how many dumpsters they would pay for, but I think after having accommodations, if it takes more dumpsters, what they say, it's gonna take, they'll have some more dumpsters.
So we had a call today and they advised that they would, since it's such a small project, that FEMA would send a site person to monitor the work once it's being done. So if whatever they have established as our need, if we have more of a need, then they'll have a person on hand that can authorize, more dumpsters.
Any questions?
Do they know when they're gonna start the project?
No.
Probably a few more meetings before.
Like a year?
We have a call tomorrow.
All right, the food fires, hurricane, Ida recovery grant reimbursement for new paperwork as available deadlines is 6/30/24. We attempting to get price to repair the asphalt, Redwood Boulevard, Tuesday Drive, Norman Street, Barrier came by and, Stockdale came by to give estimates, we didn't get them yet.
They did a little repairs, but you see,
We did, you know,
So they
did a little
how-
bit of repair till they get here, that's not.
a little bit of culvert, right? It helped out a little bit.
Also consider authorizing the mayor to purchase a online charter transfer or a park waiting for possible recreation. Secretary of Works, still waiting on that. I'm sorry, where at?
So, since the Fushparish government stole road tax district number 2, who takes care of the streets and all, like in the town? Y'all gotta do that, or the Fushparish gonna do that?
There's gonna be one now. The whole back, right? It'll be the whole back.
Okay, next, LGAP application, I'm sorry.
Lockport and Thibodeau's not in, just Colorado, the only municipality in it. And they told me at the next project, not the one coming, we got one coming soon. The next project, some of the streets should be on.
Okay, thank you, Dan. LGAP application submitted 11/13/2023, results expected July, August 24. Application procedures from South Central Planning. Mr. Thomas.
Yes, sir. First item was BC 1023, 135 Pierce Street. This is going to be a condemnation proceeding for a day against one of the co-owners, Christina Battles. An attorney ad hoc was appointed to represent her, Mr. Eugene Go, and I believe he's here with us. Mr. Go, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. So what I would do is ask our building official if he would give us an updated report on the condition of the property.
So did a follow-up inspection from January 2nd of this year. No changes been made since the previous inspection, so it's our recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Right. Mr. Go, have you had an opportunity to make efforts at contacting the property owner?
Yes, I have. I've written advertisements was published on December 7th and December 13th, asking for them to contact me. Also mailed a certified letter to the 135 Pierce Street address, which was actually signed for, but no one has gotten in touch with me.
Okay. Other than that, do you have anything to add with respect to this particular property?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. I don't know if the council has any questions of anyone.
Move forward.
Okay. With that said, we recommend that the parish condemn the property.
All right, we need a motion to move forward. Motion by
I make a motion to move forward.
Lacy. Second, by Willis. Any further questions? We'll vote on it. Jody.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Goode, before you leave, if you would, I'm sure the procedure is to give your certified letters to either the clerk, your return receipts to the clerk or perhaps the parish council, and so we can put it in the record.
Yes, I would, I emailed them to Ms. Shara, and I will make sure, to email to the clerk as well.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is BC 1024, which is 2124 South Bayou Drive. No action is necessary in this particular case. There's a condemnation order that was issued giving until March 1st for either repair or tear down.
Okay, the sewer down, I saw this week. It should be finished, maybe next meeting we'll do a building inspection
Right, so
and close this file. Is that all right with the council?
so we'll get an update for the next council hearing.
Yeah, you just about got it all. I saw that it's still, you can fight from the building.
And the next item is BC 1026, which is 2216 South Bayou Drive. This was no action is necessary in this particular matter. There was an update through the next update on this property is February 20th, so we'll give an update on the property at that time.
I want to hear if you talk.
No, we,
Are you here for the other project?
no, I'll take care of that. Now that we tore down the building with an old store, we, covered all of our trash, stuff that, we've just been storing there. What's left is just cypress and longleaf pine that we are salvaging, so we're picking through it. It just looks, it's just piled up. If you want me to stack it neat, I'll stack it neat, I guess. But as far as I'm concerned, I think I took care of the issue.
Okay. Y'all check it out by that date.
I've also been in touch with, Ben, so if it gets to a point where we need to do something, he'll come clean it up.
Okay.
That won't have to worry about it.
All right. Thank you, Mikey. Any questions?
Thank you.
All right, the next one is BC 1021-9, which is the former South Bayou Drive. There is a report that this property was newly purchased by a new owner. I think our official just was informed of that today. He has a report, I believe.
It's the next one, 1030.
It's 1030, I'm sorry.
So that's the two off of Champlain Lane. 1029 is the structure towards the front of the street closest to LA1. The second set of buildings towards the back.
The brick one and
Yes,
the
sir, the brick
warehouse,
one,
the brown warehouse?
Correct. Yeah, this, I was told the buildings behind that one, those two smaller ones going down Champlain Lane, those are the ones that we.
That's what I understood. That's what I understood too, like the warehouse part, not the brick part,
Correct.
but the mail building.
That's right.
So, if that's okay with the 1030, I'll go back to 1029 just a second, but 1030, this is no action necessary. There is a condemnation hearing set on 1030 for February 20th with respect to an owner, which is a trust. Part of the property has been condemned, so this is a co-owner. So the co-owner's condemnation hearing will be February 20th. So that's 1030. I'd like to sort of back up to BC 1029. Bids are due today for this particular property. I would like to make this note to the council in preparing for the meeting. I noticed that the service on this LLC, which is there's an agent, Ms. Polly Sherry. Oops, my apologies, I'm misreading my notes. We had good service. I I was concerned about not having personal service on an agent. You have to have personal versus domiciliary. We have personal, I'm sorry, my apologies. So, this was a bid opening day, so if there's some bids for the council.
Yeah, this last one has 3 of them in it, so you're gonna have to.
All right, need a motion, authorizing the open bids. Moved by Mike, second by Joey, we'll vote on it. Joey? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Aye. Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. DC.
This is for the front view, right?
Yeah.
Just the brick one.
1029.
Adam Land and Property Management LLC, a total of $17,500. Premium Construction, next one. DJ LLC, a total of $14,500. BTV General Contractor. Like that. American Services, Easy Bank. Recycle. DTV General Contract, $14,685. DDR Disaster Debris Removal. $15,936. Abby and Robert Jobber, 3 bids in it.
1029.
And 20.
We had 3 bids in there for that one.
No, he put all 3 bids that were requested tonight in one envelope.
So you just gotta read whichever one.
What do we think of that?
1029.
Okay, 1029, Yankee International LLC, $38,500. $38,500. Marine, yeah, or yeah. Marine aluminum project, I'm sorry, he had abbreviated. 35,000.
So to recap, we have Adams Land and Property at 17,500. BJA doing business as BM Construction at 14,500. Down the Bayou General Contractors, 14,685. Disaster Debris Removal, 15,936. Yankee ENT, 38,500. And Marine Aluminum Products, 35,000.
So the cheapest one is $14,500.
I'll make a motion, we go with the lowest bid.
Motion by Mike to go with the lowest bid.
I'll second that.
Second by Kip, any further discussion? If not, we vote on it. Jody?
Aye.
Kip? Aye. Willis? Aye. Stacy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
I think I got one more question, those other two bids that's on the agenda tonight? Because they're not sealed anymore, I think they should be disqualified. That's me. Yeah, because she had to find the right one, she's looking. That's my personal opinion, I think they should be disqualified.
We're not sending word, we're not using grand words.
Yeah.
Well, no, only attorney we have, and I'm not put you on bureau.
That's always an attorney question.
Well,
I don't have a question about it, it's no longer sealed, it's no longer sealed, bid.
Yeah, but everybody uses.
I say read them.
Yeah, I'd say read them.
He was the highest price. They can have a little.
Hold on, please. You give us some directions, or? you're
I,
right.
well, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
Good answer. Smart move, right?
All right, what is the wish of the council to move forward? Using these bids?
That's why we need an attorney, brother. That's why we have two attorneys. Nobody made it.
I mean, I agree with Mike, it's supposed to be sealed. Everybody else had their seal, but I mean, he also was one of the highest ones. I mean, you got a couple of the guys in here.
I understand it may be an irrelevant bid, but it's not a sealed bid anymore.
Roger on that.
And that's just, like I say, that's just my personal opinion.
Would we don't have an attorney to ask if we we can disqualify, I guess, can we?
I was about to say, can you call one of the attorneys and ask?
No, it says on the paper.
Yeah.
That it needs to be its own field and it's labeled. Yeah, with the number on the outside.
If it's not an issue with the attorney, they know, I don't know.
Price is probably the last one.
It's a sealed bid is what we said.
Whenever we ask for a bid like that, maybe we should specify, if you bid more than one, it gotta be each of them.
That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is.
Maybe we have to reject it.
Just that one.
Excuse me.
It's on the cover sheet. On the sheets that like when you feel like something.
Kind of depends on how the request was written and stuff, but for sure, I would say, there's a little part responsible bidder. And then let price figure it out. That's all I did.
Okay, I just talked to Bryce, he said it should be no problem open, unless it's not over $250,000. So, but, we'll waive you. So, the bids can be used. Any question?
Well, I'll make a motion at the advice of the attorney, what they gonna do? At the attorney's advice, not mine, Mayor, or not.
You don't need to make a motion, that was just my
Yeah,
personal
I
opinion.
thought you were making a motion.
Okay.
Like across the T and that.
All right, we'll move forward.
Okay, PT 1031, South Bayou
Wait,
Drive.
so we had some 1030 bids too, that you said that was purchased?
That's not due till February 20th.
So let's see, 1030, let me back.
1030 was sold, I cleaned it, not a renewal was sold.
So, let's put it, go ahead.
Wait, 1031?
Go ahead, let's clear out 1030. Ben, you said 1030, you already cleaned it?
Yeah, I cleaned it out. It
The
was sold,
owner,
it was
the
bought
owner
by-
paid you for it?
Yeah.
So, Tom,
Yes, sir.
the owner of the building paid him to clean it, so I guess we need to take it off the agenda or check the building inspector for next meeting.
Yeah, so,
Or you have one?
yes, sir, the building was, the debris was cleaned up, there's no structural value added to the building. So the debris might have been clean, but as far as the structure goes,
He
it's
hasn't
just
fixed that yet.
that's what we're looking at.
He's waiting on a contractor to give him a price to fix all the skylights and all that.
Yeah, he bought it for storage.
Okay, so the council needs to decide what, hold up on open the bids.
If y'all want to
Can I make a motion?
give an update for the next one, or if you're inclined to wait to see what the new owner's going to do, I wouldn't open up those bids.
You wouldn't?
I would not.
All right.
You wanna give him a time, 30 days?
Well, I have a question. Can we even give the new owner any time because he didn't get served no paper?
And so this owner's gonna buy it subject to this proceeding, right?
Yeah.
So whatever has taken place so far, is condemned, he bought a condemned piece of property, right? So from that standpoint, it doesn't negate the condemnation order.
Yeah, you buy the drill.
So, I know the council and the mayor, you're always, tend to be concerned, about how to proceed, with a new owner. And so, a decision would have to be made. If you are inclined to listen to the new owner at the next hearing to see what he has to say, I don't know, y'all got to figure out how to do that or open the bids.
Let's do this. This is my opinion. One bid was already open on this one. How about we just open the bids and don't move forward with it?
So
Continue
I'm
the
not here to give
continue the
legal
procedure,
advice.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What are you saying? I'm sorry.
So I'm not here to give legal advice.
Yeah, I know you're not.
My concern would
My
be if you open up the bid, you gotta open up all the bids. And I would presume if you open it, you're gonna wanna award it. But then you gotta enter into an agreement, so I guess y'all could y'all could pick someone, if y'all go that route. And Bryce and them typically enter into and prepare an agreement, and in that agreement, they could stipulate that the successful, bidder, that is conditioned on the council not giving the new owner, the opportunity to fix it. I don't
Okay, this is how
think it's.
I think we've worked with everybody else. Why can't we work with this new owner? We
Yes.
done worked with that and last
So I
owner,
say
we
give
never
us
saw
some
his face
time.
again.
Cause
But Joey's concern is one of the bids is already open.
Yeah.
It was included with the other packet, that's why my opinion was to disqualify it, but y'all don't want to do so now, this is where we at, this is where we at, this is where we at, right?
We don't have to take that bid on that anyway.
but then why,
It was already taken.
to address that for condemnation hearing on 2/20/24, it's got in my book right here.
Because that's the trust that,
You
had
know,
to
I
be
mean,
served.
I will say, like, the new owner, he's buying the building, I know Ben did some cleaning on it. The new owner is buying the building for storage purposes, he's gonna fix what it is.
And it's only a couple, it's four
Yeah.
skylights that go out of one building.
Yeah, it is salvageable, he's gonna fix it, and use it to storage as business, but, I mean,
At one wall.
yeah, one wall.
The only question I have, were the bids made before he went clean up? Because
Yeah.
since he went clean up, those bids are not an accurate bid for the work that's been done. Because if he did, I don't know how much money you did, but if you did $2,000 worth of work, that would change all of the bids because they're not bidding the same thing. Stuff has already been done.
And, you know, I get where you're coming from, and also the new owner bought the headache.
Joey, can I say something? After you did finish talking, yeah.
I'm good, you know, he bought knowing what he was buying. That it was in the process, however you wanna look at it.
But the bids that are in are for the
Yeah,
way it was, not the way it is now.
Since the bids are open, since the envelope open, and we award the bids, can we give them, say, you can start till 6 months from now? We can dictate what time we can.
I guess after discussion, and something people be.
I would make this recommendation to the council. So I said I would make this recommendation to the council. We have, I know it says it's up for a bid, opening, but we also have half of the property that has not, one owner's had it condemned, the other owner hasn't had it condemned, that's that trust. You still gotta go through that process. I would delay it.
Okay. There's a motion.
Final answer.
I move to delay the openings of the bids for 10
I'll,
days.
I'll second that.
By Lacy, second by Kip, any further discussion? Before we vote on it, I'm gonna take the item out of this envelope.
Or stick it back in the envelope.
The one that you read, the one that you thought. To give it,
Well, reseal.
yeah. I want that. Okay, vote on Jody,
Aye, again.
Kip, Willis, Lacy,
Aye.
Mike. I have it.
PC 1031, we do not have proper service on this property. I would suggest that we have this property reserved or notice resent for not the coming here council meeting, but 30 days from now to give an opportunity. We have domiciliary service on an agent. We gotta have personal service on agents for service of process, and we don't have it. We just have domiciliary service. So we can't move forward legally. So I would recommend, 30, 45 days from now, we reset it, and perhaps we can get the chief's office to assist us in getting the property owner service, an agent.
You have the paperwork you do right now.
Oh, well, he's here. Well, step up.
Want me to come up?
Come on. What do you do? Well, so that solves the service problem. When he shows up himself first.
Who you wanna serve?
I want to serve you. Marty, thank you for showing up. So we have a report from our inspector.
Yeah, so I went out there today and the guys were there actively fixing up what they need to fix on that building. I do have a.
Did you see
question
that
for you.
fence that we did today?
Yeah, I didn't see it finished, but they
Okay,
were
well.
kind of halfway through when I got there. Okay, so you took that
Yeah,
thing
all
down,
that gone.
and what about the roof structure on the back, with all the pipes? They said that they would take
Oh,
that
the pipes?
down to use for something
Okay, you
else.
see this, and what you put that,
Uh,
you want me to take all them pipes out?
Well, that's what I was told was.
Well, we thought about it, and, what is the problem with it? It's
Yeah.
very strong.
If not, they have some of the vertical pillars that are holding those pipes, where they meet the ground at, it's rusted to almost nothing.
Okay.
So if that roof structure is gonna stay, it needs to be supported correctly and covered correctly.
I got you, I didn't notice that.
Yes, sir.
Well, okay, can we address that?
Yes. You wanna take care of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go ahead and take care of it, you're gonna do another building inspection on it.
30 days?
30
30
days, 30 days.
That's my favorite number, 30.
Yeah,
So
30 days.
it used to be 14. I went to 30.
So Lacy, you're making the motion for 30 days, I'll second.
Who's making the motion?
Lacy made it.
I made a motion.
Motion by Lacy, second by Jody. Any further discussion? We'll vote on it, Jody. Kim. Willis.
Margie.
Okay. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 excused. Willis.
So March 4th would be our next council meeting, is
That's
that?
March 4th.
good?
Just one thing, if you just make a note of the record that the agent himself appeared on behalf of the owner of the property owner,
Okay.
and effective service in that. Personally showed it. All right, the next property is PC 1032-118 Cliff Lane. There's no action necessary on this. Condemnation order was issued. The deadline for having it demolished or repaired is February 8th. So we'll be ready for the next meeting with an update.
Hold on, Don. Property owner, do you got any questions, Mike?
No, I mean, okay, so until the next meeting, which is scheduled for when? I'm sorry if you don't mind me asking.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. The 20th.
And Joey, I did talk to Mr. Mike, he has the contract, just wait for him to go, if it goes past the 2 weeks, we can give some more time. We're gonna go inspect the building to see if it's repairable, I think it's what they're gonna do, inspect it.
Oh, yeah, we're making progress in cleaning it out and
And I
wait on the
did,
contractor to give us a price on.
I did mention to him we're gonna do the Lacy room, give him 30 days. But you got till 2 weeks to decide that.
Okay. Thank you, Mike, for coming.
Thank you, sir.
All right, the next one is BC 1033. Condemnation order was issued February 5th. Ms. Stephanie Griffin, is she here today?
Yes, sir.
Stephanie.
Corrine, Corrine's the sole remaining owner now? She's back here, okay. We have an update report from our building official with regard to the property.
There's still no changes from the previous inspections, so it's our recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
All right, Ms. Corrine, you might want to address the council.
So, I had the paperwork done and it's all under my name as of Monday. Yes. And, I did get somebody to tear it down and then it's about a month I've been waiting for a carpenter to give me a bid to fix it. And I did get Matt Adams to come to give me a estimate to fix it. And then there's 2 people I'm waiting on, but they're very involved with Mardi Gras. They wanna buy it as is, but they didn't give me a price yet. So I'm asking if I could get 30 days to see, just to get this finalized, what way to go.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to give it 30 days.
There's a motion made by Jody. Need a second?
I'll second that, if it makes it obligated to turn it over and, now you actually can move forward.
I even have an estimate from them too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So March 4th would be the
Yeah, the next
next meeting.
meeting.
Okay, we'll vote on it, Jody.
Aye.
Kim. Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
But 30 days, we need some answers. Okay?
No, it needs to be done. Thank you.
All right, you are. Thank you for coming.
Okay, the next item is BC 1036, which is 129 Summer Street. It's set for condemnation hearing today. Our inspector has a report.
So follow up from December 18th, progress has been made on the roof. They've completely wrapped the roof with underlayment. And I know the owners were trying to either get a permit to continue closing up the rest of the house because they're trying to sell it as it is. I don't know if they're here.
Yeah. And we did get the permit, it was granted to us, the permit's for a year, but I'm told every 30 days, they're gonna come by, check things out, and we did make a lot of progress. That was selling our place funnies to be able to finish the house now.
Okay.
So we need to give some more time?
Yes.
Yeah,
For 30 days, like everybody else?
Yeah, that's fine.
that was our
First meeting
recommendation.
next month.
The motion made by Jody for 30 days,
I'll
need a second, second by Kip, we'll vote on it, Jody. Kip, Will, Lacy, Mike, ayes have it. All right, sir.
Right, PC 1037, 170 Pierce Street. This matter is set for bids today, bids due today. And yeah, we have that.
Yep, the follow-up inspection from January 2nd, no changes have been made since that inspection. The collapsed ceiling structure over at carport has fallen more since we've been out there. So it's our recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
I'll make a motion to open the bid.
There's a motion made by Lacy to open, seal bids.
Second.
Second by Mike, Will's got a question.
This colleague is selling it to the house, okay, but they got a problem. When the secession was done on Mr. Franklin, one lot was left off with the secession. So they're gonna amend the secession so that the kids and her can sign it over to the house. Now, I called her today, she hasn't returned my call yet, just to see who the attorney was that did the secession, because he's the one who's gonna have to make this dust now. So she can't sell it because that one lot is never turned over to the kids.
Okay. Jody? Vote? Aye. Second, Will, Kip? Vote? Lacy?
I say we can open the bids, we don't have to award the bids, but at least we have them open
Yeah.
to move forward, correct?
It's up to the council.
Because I remember the lady did.
Yeah, she came last
we
meeting.
talked about that.
She came last meeting, but
Mike? Aye. We'll open the ETV, general contractor. Yeah, you think you see.
If they proceed.
I heard you on the last year for
Okay, total, $7,243. Let me get it, thank you. BM Construction. $6,250. Adams Land and Property Management, $4,900. N5 Marine Equipment. Marine Aluminum Product, $4,900. Abby and Robert Job. $8,700. Yankee Canal. LLC.
So to recap, we have Down the Bayou General Contractor, $7,243. BJA doing business as BM Construction, $6,250. Adams Land and Property Management, $4,900. Marine aluminum was received on January 10th.
Need an attorney?
So that the tiebreaker, the name comes in.
Yeah. So the one that came in, the first one would be,
Marine aluminum products.
which is the council?
So, say that we, I wanna give the lady time to get her.
Well, I accept that, but I think we can accept the bid and just go up.
Right, we can accept the bid, but give 30 more days to,
Give it
The purchase or whatever.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
If she can get that corrected, it could take 2 days to get done.
Right, and I know she said they already have the contract or whatever, so I
Okay.
say they accept the bid and give 30 days.
Motion made by Lacy, second by Kip, any further discussion? Vote on it, Jody. Kip. Willis.
Aye.
You doing work for them or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to answer the issue.
Yeah, are you going to do work? Well, I think you'll abstain now.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do it.
You know what I'm saying? Lacy? Lacy?
Aye.
I was going by hearing aid. Mike? Mike, 41118, pass. Okay, thank you, Willis.
Okay, next item is 1038, 1841 South Alex Place Boulevard. This matter is set for hearing, condemnation hearing tonight. I know that there's been attorneys on behalf of the property who have contacted the council for Meadow. He's spoken to them. Out of those, is anyone here, Mr. Bondman?
No, it's like, I know they've been talking to Bryce.
Right.
About it.
So, I don't know if Bryce gave any direction as to how the council wants to handle it.
You did give the direction.
Alrighty. So the property, I'll tell you what the property is involved, is one piece of property involved in a multi-property litigation, with respect to insurance, not having, the proper amount not having been paid. The attorney has requested that the hearing not go forward, because it would be spoliation of evidence should the property be demolished. Now, this is just a condemnation. We're not, demoing anything. So, it's set for hearing. Y'all can decide how y'all want to handle it.
Seems like everybody else continue forward with the procedure, if in line or not.
You certainly can do that, yes.
Okay.
And we do have a report from our.
Yes. And following up from January 2nd, no changes have been made since that inspection, so it's our recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Need a motion to move committee.
I'll move forward.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mike, second by Kip. Jody? Aye. Kip?
Aye.
Willis? Lacy? Mike, ayes have it. Go ahead, Tom.
Next item, DC 1039, 114 St. Mary Street. This property has been condemned. Property owner was given 30 days. The deadline is February 20th for the next update. BC 1040, 113 North Bayou Drive. This is no action necessary. This property has been condemned. They had 30 days to repair or demolish, and that's 30 days ends of February 9th. So the next meeting we'll have an update. BC 1041, 137 Washington Street. Property has been condemned with 30-day for demoing or repairing. The deadline for that is February 8th, so we will be for the next year, next council hearing. BC 1042, 106 Alario Lane. Condemnation order was issued, 30 days to repair or demolish. The deadline for that is February 11th, so we will be the next council hearing with an update. BC 1045, 1812 South Bayou Drive. Condemnation hearing was postponed until February 20th, so condemnation hearing set February 20th. No action necessary. BC 1046.
Hold on, Tom.
I'm sorry.
That's all.
Second, please.
It's done. It's
That
done.
that can be removed.
Nothing left.
All right. So you would recommend it be removed from the,
I would let the building inspector, it might sound silly, let the building inspector go do an inspection to be sure.
I don't move it.
All right.
we'll
We all see that, but we're not doing it. Okay, you need a motion? No, wait, we can, go do the inspection, we'll clear it next week. I'm sure it'll be no problem. The paperwork will follow it. All right, Tom?
yeah, the contract, BC 1046, 904 North Alex Brazos Boulevard. Condemnation hearing, again, was postponed until February 20th, 2024. No action necessary.
He's got a for sale sign in the building.
Next item is BC 1047, 135 Fred Street. This matter was postponed, condemnation hearing until February 20th, so there's no action necessary.
I think that's the trailer you cleaned up?
Yeah.
It's completely gone, but then we'll check it out the next meeting.
Yeah, we'll get an update for the next meeting. The final item is BC 1050, 160 Jefferson Street. This condemnation hearing is postponed until February 20th of 2024. No action necessary. And that completes the rest.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, staff. Any other business to be brought up before the council? Brian?
With the rain that we had the other day, I was outside after everything was kind of calmed down. And the drains, like Picciola Street, we got one right in front of the old post office, the catch basins. And then you got one right on the north side of Picciola Lane. Me and the Reed was walking around and just checking them out. And they weren't really draining. The water was like a river coming down the sidewalk in front of Pierce's house and Nars's house. And I mean, it was draining like crazy in the catch basin in front of my house and going underneath the sidewalk. And then also on the seawall on the south side of my dock, the water's coming in from the bayou. There's no way to put on the north side. The water's coming in from the bayou. There's no way to put a plug. I mean, it's just recirculating, you know. One's coming in from the bayou and we're pumping it to catfish bait.
So when you say you can't put a plug because the water's too high to put a plug, is that?
No, it's the, where the screws are broken. The screw ends are broken.
So we'll check it out tomorrow. I know sometimes we put some liter bottles in there.
And I usually, I watch it, if the water's coming in and, to the road and if I'm around, I'll go and screw the plugs in. And then if the water gets down, I usually, I kind of watch it. I mean, I'm always right there, my bolts are there and all.
We'll send a letter to DOT, get them traps cleaned.
I'm sorry, Joe, you got to.
Okay, we'll get DOT to come clean the traps and the covers in that area there. There's DOT covers.
All right.
So we'll send a letter, Tracy.
I mean, I just got off work. We're working on the house. I got some interior walls that I'm taking down, wood and all. But we're still moving forward. I picked up most of the trash and all in the front, so at least, it's not trashy looking. Just a collapsed building. It's not a trashy collapsed building. So, trying to be presentable.
Got something doing. Couple of things. Did anybody get their water bill in today? Mine went up a lot with that $16.50, $71. Another thing was during that rainfall, I met up with the chief who was patrolling and had his lights on. They were helping people slow down, and there were people that were still cruising fast the night of it. So thank you for doing that.
I did the same thing in Southwest Park in the front, but they go around and they don't care if you.
They had some that were passing fast, and I asked them why you had the lights on, so to make people slow down.
All right.
I got one more question, I'm sorry if I could. They used to have a market and all at the south side of town with some lights. y'all got some plans to, put that back up?
Yes,
Restore it?
Yes.
I got the model for the storm.
Yeah. FEMA, we got clean with FEMA on that, for both ends of town.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Frank?
Just a matter of information. Since the parade was canceled Saturday, I have they you just to reschedule it.
I was gonna bring that up, because we scheduled it for Sunday at 2:00, is that right, Carl? That's not right.
Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Sunday at 2:00.
What's that, 10 people?
I'll move to add that to the agenda. The parade, or we don't need to do that?
If you want, I mean, I don't think we need to, but it's up to you.
Well, I'm good, if they have a permit, just move.
That's good. Make a motion to add it to the agenda. Is it second? By Skip. Audience one, audience two, Don. Okay, we'll vote on it.
Aye.
Skip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
We got a new date for the parade, need a motion for them, let them roll the ferry on Sunday at 2:00.
I'm moving.
Moved by Willis.
Second.
Second by Skip. Any further discussion? We'll vote on it. Jody.
Okay, I mean, aye.
Aye.
Skip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Okay, Kyle, you got
Did
to.
y'all need any, updates on your letters or anything?
No, ma'am.
Or,
I have, one thing, I don't know if we need to add this to the agenda, but the Rotary Club's here to donate a check to the town for the
Call
lights.
me today, I figured he'd bring it up.
Yeah,
The audience, so you get ready to,
yeah. But I'm the president, so.
you're the president.
I'm the president.
You just,
But he's the money man, he's the treasurer.
You get to sign it, that's all.
no matter, once you get some money.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, on behalf of the Equipment Order Club, our president brought it up, looking for some donations for the lights and the fans and all. And our club decided to donate, $3,000 to help it out. And we got Mike, put on,
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's just like rent money.
And that's for the park. Right.
Anybody else has anything? If not, motion to adjourn. Moved by Willis, second by Kip, all four. No opposed, meeting adjourned.